Good
Thought I
times.
was going to let that game over slide, didn't you?
No, well, yeah. I was hoping that like my tactic of distracting you would work, but obviously you were.
To be fair, I was going to compliment you on being so ballsy as to engage all enemy units at once.
I still do. I still do. Look at that enemy count.
Rather than kiting.
Nah, no, man. Kiting is for pussies.
Or as you like to call it, the Benjamin Franklin approach.
Exactly.
We have shot down the enemy.
Or Benji for short.
No, that's what you call it, a reach around when you're getting a blowjob.
We have
Ah.
shot down the enemy.
That will
The
explain
bend.
what.
The bent G.
Oh, Ben. Yeah. That will explain why I've been so successful in this game.
Surroundings increasing due to battle.
I've been doing
Can't
the
have a
wrong,
flake.
the completely wrong strategy all this time.
Auto battle, engage.
This is it. Like I love how I'm able to do like the quick change like that, where like the game kind of like there's an enemy approaching you anyway, but because like it's closest to you, you can automatically switch to it and like knock on one silly. Like I really do like that, because again it just adds to the frantic pace of the battle. Like you're just going like just killing everything in sight. Like
Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle.
The battle's not meant to be frantic.
oh well, it is when I'm concerned.
This stopped being funny 3 hours ago. It's not meant to be funny.
Ju- Sir, this is Shakespeare, not a comedy.
Forces are in battle position. We have shot down the enemy.
It's written Shakespeare was widely varied. But it was one of his greatest.
We have shot down the enemy.
That's what I always had to laugh at when I had to fucking study Merchant of Venice in school. And like everyone describes it as a comedy. And we're all going like, really? I don't find this fucking funny at all. I was like, no, you have to understand.
Because you have to life with child.
We have obtained.
Yeah, it was like that. It was just like, it would be funny to you if you were racist against Jews. It was like, well, I'm not. So the joke has kind of fallen flat on me. But again, I'm an uncultured swine, so ignore what I say.
Okay.
We have destroyed a portal.
Don't think it was racist against Jews. I think it was against
We have
the
destroyed.
style of money launderers that literally came after a pound of flesh.
Yeah, but the way the English
It was
teacher,
ridiculous.
yeah, the way our teacher explained it was that basically like Shylock was this kind of Jewish stereotype, so people would laugh at him as he came on stage, which is a bit harsh, really.
Yeah, Macbeth was a Scottish stereo.
Yeah, but that wasn't the comedy, or maybe it is a comedy depending on your point of view.
It wasn't.
We have destroyed.
Ultimately, you can interpret every Shakespearean work as a comedy.
No, it's, the great ones are. I don't want to get into a wankery thing, but like the Tempest with Romeo and Juliet.
What will you
It's the
Yeah.
only thing that separates those two is
It should work.
yeah.
Alright, let's head for the shaft.
What makes Romeo and Juliet a tragedy. Is, granted, you can argue it's from the death of Mercurio,
Yeah,
which is where it turns from being a romance, because it's not a fucking romance, no matter what any fucking idiot teenagers. Romeo and Juliet is not a relationship to aspire to.
no, they die.
They die stupidly.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's they choose poorly.
8-year-old man who fell in love with a girl. He didn't even fall in love. Published that he was chasing anything with a pulse, and she was just an idiot who had two options. And then when both of those options died, she was like, "Well, guess I die."
In for a penny, in for a pound, glug.
Quite literally, she would have been happy if Romeo had died and Paris had been alive. She says so in her final soliloquy. It is not a fuck, people.
I hope that of all the things that
I'd
are
argue it
viewed-
wasn't even a fucking tragedy. It was a fucking blessing that those two died.
I love that out of all the things that you could have expected from this playthrough, getting a cultural breakdown of Shakespeare was not one of them.
Getting Adam's views of Romeo and Juliet was not what you would have expected.
No, that would have been high on the odds charts, really. Like a vagina joke, maybe, yes. Some
Oh, well,
some
can do
sketchy
that too.
humor, yes. But a breakdown of Shakespearean sonnets? No, I would not in a million years.
I haven't broken down the sonnets.
No, but you will be. Like that's just like.
Let's review Shakespeare.
Let's soliloquy.
Oh man. Yeah, as I said, The Tempest, it was a comedy to the start, which turned into a true romance at the end. And if you disagree with me, then fuck you.
That's the end of Adam's Shakespearean reviews on this channel.
Yes, my word is law. I am a clearly Shakespearean scholar.
Tune in next week while Aiden reviews Of Mice and Men.
I want to see that.
Oh no, this is the start of a whole new series. Aiden's got on Of Mice and Men, James has got The Kill a Mockingbird, and I've got the Daily Star from 1989. It's gonna be great, lads. Tune in, strap yourselves in, it's great.
We'll turn over and I'll start reviewing Edward Munch.
Exactly.
Or it's Monk, isn't that? Edward Monk.
Yeah.
So the Scream being one of his most popular works. It's a call of nature.
Do you know what it'll do? It'll just turn into like a round of like authors from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where like you have to speak like Charles Dickens. I have to speak like Agatha Christie. Someone else has to be fucking like Arthur Conan Doyle, and then like somehow Paul Merton gets like the Sport magazine from 1996. You know, it practically writes itself.
Yeah. Not sure if because I'd recognize the writing to see it, but I couldn't think of it. You know. Whenever I read it, I don't attribute a voice to their writing.
I think I think from the Whose Line game, it was the actual impressions of the authors themselves because they're all big theatrical nerds.
Okay.
So they know how they talked, you know, or at least with like someone like. Oh yeah, look at
You're
this.
actually doing very well at this.
Look at that, lads.
Nicely done. That's actually not the easiest shots to make.
I did it!
Yeah, I think I didn't even miss one. I think.
I did it! Let's get back to this distinctly non-Shakespearean character of Leo.
I don't know, man. There's a touch of Antonio to him, in that I hate him.
How much do you hate him?
Do you know what? I actually don't like hate the character like Leo in this because he's just so nondescript. Like hating him was like hating your sock. Like there's like what is there to hate? It is there. It exists. That's it.
It's full of holes. It smells, and it's 10 years old.
Well, that's your problem, right? That's your problem. Okay, that's not the issue.
And now the review of my sock.
Okay, that's actually for the OnlyFans page. Let's just skip that for now, okay? Let's not give that away on YouTube, alright? That's fucking...
Gotta say, nice work there on the sniping, though.
Thank you.
I was impressed by that. Now you can land.
Yes, ideally.
And there we go. That's all that build-up. Gonna remove those compliments there. I was gonna say your accuracy is actually improved. Oh, sorry, spoke too soon.
That's what to say. All I've done is like even me in the past, right, has given you a chance to compliment and then immediately fucked it up. Like
it's like as soon as I compliment you, you instantly make me regret it.
Yeah, what I do is when I'm recording this, I try and pretend that you're in the room, like giving me constant feedback, and I'm just like, oh wow, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Well done. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah. I said, oh, you couldn't land for shit though. And that's what gets me.
When have I ever said? When have I ever gone? Oh, look at you, you're.
Just now, actually.
Well, point. You were being retarded.
Yes, admittedly, that was me being foolhardy.
Quite. You were trying to go for a skill shot after you felt so good with that. It's like, oh, look at me, I don't need this box to pick it up.
Yes, I'm going to rotate around it and like basically spin the top off it.
I'm going to 360 no scope it.
I detect enemy activity. Watch for them on the approach.
There's an approach?
Oh, sorry, did I hear enemy activity? You mean all of this? Oh god, yes.
Oh, you're not going to fight them all, are you?
Oh hell yes I am. In fact, I'm going to go into the central area so that you can all congregate around me.
I'm going to go and kite all of them into the middle. Make this a more challenging fight.
To be
Because
fair,
I'm playing on a mode that's too easy. In fact, I'm going to fly into their lasers to show them how little I care.
yeah, but unfortunately, I don't have like the like their weapon, so I can fight fire with fire. Which is essentially what you do with those enemies, isn't it, Brady?
Kinda. One thing I will say is I like this game's approach to lasers. And that the javelins actually do behave like lasers. They're a straight line of fucking light.
Yeah.
You can't move fast.
We will cease battle position.
Instantaneously.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the nice thing about having all the sub weapons is that there are just pros and cons to all of them. Like for example, like the phalanx here, like I'm using that as basically as like covering fire, basically. But like that's all you can only really can use it for. Like if you're in like a one-on-one fight, you're not going to use that. Whereas with the javelins are obviously the thrown thing, so they have a specific purpose as well. But something like the geyser or the gauntlet, yeah, something like that. Like they have like specific use against enemies, and then that's it. You know, it's kind of like a super effective nature to it.
Yeah, man, you gotta strategize your way around the enemies.
A little bit, yeah. Especially with the shielded ones there, because they're the ones with the actual the halberds, and
They're the ones. Yeah, they're the ones with the big power-ups.
yeah, precisely. And with the kind of those raptor type enemies there, like once you have like once you keep ducking and weaving, like you're pretty much kind of like have them sorted. But when you're starting to try like take big shots, that's when they like do big damage to you. So
One thing I will say, man, is I know I give you a lot of shit, but you are playing quite well here.
I was pleasantly surprised with how I was playing. I'm not gonna lie.
And the thing is, I can tell you're actually enjoying it because you're actively seeking out this conflict,
Yeah.
which is the main thing for this.
It was also that and just being kind of like trying to be cool with it as well. It's just like, which creative way can I take down this motherfucker? Can I make this look as cool as possible?
Yeah, man.
You know.
I know that feel. I am an action game junkie, so
Yeah. And like I wouldn't say I was a massive I don't have a massive action game back catalogue, but like the idea
I will
of,
say that this is hack and slash enough that I love it.
you know,
Yeah.
that's a good way of putting it, because like it's a hack and slash game with a back door, isn't it? Because it's the same kind of like the way it to use a really really wanky term. It's got the same gaming language as a hack and slash game. Like you can easily you can take someone who has played nothing but Bayonetta, get them to play this, and they'll play exactly the same way. And in a way, it's kind of the same way with a driving game, which is why I think I am actually quite decent at this, because it's a similar transition to you're constantly on the move, you're constantly putting in input, and then suddenly you're doing certain sudden changes. So it's the same type of gameplay.
With that shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like this guy here, it's the fact that it's all 3D, like movement and fucking flying mechanics for this.
Yeah.
I really love.
Yeah, and like I said, the porters are kind of I wouldn't say they're annoying, but they're just here's your alternate challenge when you clear out the area, just so you can give yourself something to do.
I like to think of it as here's your wind down mission.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Like you've got your peak with the combat, and then you've got your lows with this. Make your trick shots.
yeah, that's a good way of doing it. And the gas thing is it's the exact opposite type of gameplay too, where you have just been constantly pressing buttons for so long, and then suddenly, look at this thing. This thing is in between two fucking plinths, so you have to be really super precise with your javelin.
Yeah. Now I'm fairly certain you can take these things out without.
Yeah, you can take them out with anything. I just use the javelins because they're kind of least effective for me in combat. So I'm happy to kind of run these down with the porters rather than kind of using up the halberd on something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think later on I use the phalanx.
The fact that you're arcing with them, you could just be shooting them with your normal laser, right?
Yeah, exactly. You could, yeah, but I don't want to be using up that laser. I'd rather keep it for a rainy day.
Your infinite one?
I don't know if the laser... Does the laser actually work with them?
Yeah, I think it does.
Maybe it does,
You
yeah.
have destroyed a porter.
Could be wrong now. It's been a few years.
Yeah, I think I just immediately assumed that this is what the sub-weapons were kind of made for, if you like.
We have destroyed.
So
Yeah.
that's why I kind of like opted for them.
I suppose they don't really serve much purpose. The
No.
occasional
We have obtained.
sniper.
And I think I missed one, which is why I haven't got my bonus,
you have
Brucey
that.
bonus yet.
Yeah, your Christmas bonus.
Yes. Brucey bonus, even. Yep,
We need
just
the
confirm.
passcode.
Past the halberd. Okay.
I'm sure, I think it is just around here. So, there it is.
You know you can check them on your map.
That's what I wasn't sure if they come up on the map or not, but they do, obviously. But yeah, they actually do stand out like a sore thumb because of the floating like light around them.
It's the video game logic. I never would have seen that gun had it not been flying 3 feet in the air with a green material hue around it.
Exactly. There it is.
And you.
Yeah,
We have obtained the passcode.
We have obtained the passcode.
and this is
Clout.
perhaps the best. It's definitely my preferred weapon, my preferred sub weapon, the halberd,
Mm-hmm.
because it is just
Oh,
a
yeah.
big. It is a big fuck off laser, practically.